Hi, I'm Amy Jade. I'm doing this video to share my experience with you of having major brain surgery, which I had 16.5 weeks ago now. I was going to document the whole journey along, but the first couple of months I wasn't up to it, and it just sort of got longer and longer, and I kept pushing it back. But now I've got some free time, so I'm going to do it now. And the first thing I'm going to update you on is just the week before I went in and the week after I came out of hospital. If you haven't seen my previous video, I suffered a seizure last year in September, which then produced a result of basically they found out I had an AVM, which is an arteriovenous malformation in my brain, and the complications with that is eventually you will have a stroke or a hemorrhage, which can obviously be fatal, which would be rubbish. So it's something that you have to get removed. It affects only 1% of the population. It's really rare. There's not much known about them. They don't know why you get them. A lot of the time you can just be born with it. So if you've got one, you're one of the special ones. But yeah, so I've done a video previously, 2 videos previously, explaining the story behind it and how I found out. So I'm just going to give you, or share with you what happened, or what I can remember of what happened the week leading up to the day I went into hospital, which was on the 3rd of May 2016, and what happened in the week after. So the week leading up to it, I had to go in for 3 appointments at the hospital, and one was to meet the team. I had 2 surgeons and a big team of people, and a lot of specialised equipment they got sent down for me. I had a CAT scan and I had my pre-op. I met the team, I met my 2 surgeons in Brighton Hospital. They were busy in an operation, so I had to wait there a while, and that was a really hard one, because I went into Brighton Hospital and then realised when we got there waiting I was on the ward of where I would be after my surgery. I'm one of those people that has a bit of a thing about hospitals. I don't like them, and silly me, decided to have a little look around. Wouldn't recommend doing that if you don't like hospitals, and I had an absolute freak out breakdown while I was there. It was horrendous. I was screaming, shouting, really weird, screaming and shouting on the floor, crying. It just sort of hit breaking point for me. I couldn't really cope with seeing everyone in there looked not well at all, and they were all a lot older, and it was a really scary scene. But eventually I went to meet them. I had a chat with them. I couldn't talk much. I was really upset. Couldn't really talk, but yeah, I met them. And it was fine, and that was fine, and they were happy again to proceed with the surgery. I was waiting 8 months between having a seizure, knowing that I needed to have this removed, and having the surgery. They wanted to go through loads of tests and make sure I was making the right decision, and I don't know. So it was a long time waiting, and that was the final kind of straw. I was just like, let's get this done. So I did that, and that was done. Then I had my CAT scan, and I had that at Brighton, I think, and they put a line into your arm. You go in this machine. It's like a kind of like an MRI one, I think, like a little tunnel, and yeah, you have to get naked with a sheet on you, which is really, I don't know, being naked in weird places. And then you go in this machine. They walk out the room, shut you in this cold room, leave you there wondering what on earth's going on for a bit, don't talk to you. That was fun. And then yeah, they attach this dye to you, and they send it through your body while scanning you. I honestly can't remember what a CAT scan is for, why they do it as well. I've had MRIs, CAT scans, angiograms, you name it, I've probably had it. But what I will tell you, if you're waiting to have one, it's not that bad. Like, it's like if you've had other tests, it's like that. It's just, you know, it's not normal. It's not a normal daily thing to be doing. But they inject a dye into you. It's a black dye, or it looked black to me when I was there. And they'll tell you when it enters your system, you know, because you suddenly feel really, like, you can feel it. You can feel it all through your veins, all your arteries. I felt it go from my arm, up my arm. I felt it go into my heart. And this isn't to scare you, I'm just letting you know. And then I felt it go from my heart and shoot through the whole of my arteries. I could feel every arterial vein in my body. It was the strangest thing. And you also get a really metallic taste in your mouth, so you taste metal, and then it makes you feel really warm down there, so it feels like you've wet yourself. It's the strangest thing, but it's over quite quickly, and then you're out, and then it's done, and that was that. And then I had my pre-op, and I cannot remember what they did there, but I would have thought they would have taken blood. I think they do urine samples. They double check that you know what you're doing, what's going to happen, and everything that you're going through. Yeah, and that was that. I think that was actually the week before I went in, and then the week before I went in was odd. It's like all my family suddenly freaked out, because it's quite easy if you've been waiting for something for 8 months and like you look fine and you're getting on with stuff, to kind of push it to the back of your mind. But that week was really strange. My dad cleared a special day for me, so we went out and had a whole day together in Brighton and did all these wonderful, lovely things, and it was lovely. I had a day with my mum. We went to a spa, had some tea. It was really nice. Then I had to go and visit all my family. It's like all my family were like, oh, we need to see you one last time. That's what it kind of felt like. It was like there was a big family barbecue for me, and it was all very weird. Like, you know, I don't know. People kept, you know, looking at me like I don't know. It's like everyone was was just checking that they saw me one time just in case. It was really strange. But I guess nice that they came and saw me, so that's cool. Or I went and saw them anyway. Yeah, so the few days before, on the Thursday before I went in, I did a charity head shave, and there's videos of that as well. That was, well, I'll let you watch the video and you can see how that was. That was interesting. It was quite emotional, but we raised about £1,500 for it. Which is amazing, and I donated my hair to the Little Princess Trust, which was awesome. So that was really, really nice to be able to do something good with it. I just wanted to, I guess it's like a bit of a control thing. I wanted to shave my head because I knew they were going to have to shave bits of it, but I wanted to shave it. I think it was like a taking control kind of thing. Then the night before, or the day before I went in on the Sunday, I ended up writing all the important people, very important people in my life, a letter. And yeah, I will admit it was a just in case. So I did write to them as if the worst was to happen. The last things that I would want to say to someone is what I put in those letters. So did those, and that was hard. And yeah, so I got to the Monday, my mum and my dad were with me, my partner was with me, and we were just kind of waiting. They said that basically we had to wait the whole day and call at 4 PM to see if there was a bed. Now, in the previous video I have said before, it's a 50 to 60% cancellation rate for these operations. Like I said, you can be on the operating table and they can still cancel you like that. So that's like bit mad. So we were waiting to call them, and we did call them, and they said, oh, you're going to have to call back later, we're not really sure what's going on. So we're waiting. And then we got the call at about 4, I think. It said that we're ready to go in. So obviously I had my bag packed, and in the bag I took my V-pillow. Take a V-pillow if you're going into hospital, for the love of God. I took colouring books, Sudoku, comfy, so like pyjamas, my dressing gown, slippers, supplements that I took those, and just means of entertainment really, books and stuff. I think I already said that. Yeah, so we all drove up, well, me, my mum, my dad, I think my brother came, I can't remember, but we all drove up on the Monday, the 2nd of May, and luckily I managed to get my own room for that night. So we went there, we hung out for a bit, we got some food, spoke to the nurses and the doctors and stuff like that, and then they left, and then my family left because my operation was in the morning of the next day. Matt, my partner, stayed over the night with me, and that was the hardest night. I think you spend, I don't know, I'm the sort of person that sort of like goes, just get on with it, just get on with it, like whatever, what will be, get on with it. And that night, it hit me, and it was weird because I don't know, it's the first time it hit me what was happening, and I wrote this status on Facebook, and again, it's so morbid, but I thought, if the worst is to happen, what do I want people to know? What would I want to say to people? What do I want people to remember of me, or remember for the rest of their life, or whatever? So I wrote this long status on Facebook and posted that, and then I pretty much just cried all night until I fell asleep, which God knows what time that was. Then morning comes, and my family turn up at about 7. So my brother, my dad, my mum, and Matt's already there. I think that was it, he came. And we're just waiting. I got woken up at 6:30, so I had to take some certain medicine and drink a bit of water, and I wasn't allowed to eat. And again, waiting game. We just waited and waited and waited. And I was just praying, like, I'm here now. I've done this realisation thing, like praying they didn't cancel it. And yeah, my surgeon, Mr. Farugi, walks in at about, I can't remember, it was like 8:45 or 9. Yeah, I think it was about 8:45. And he was like, right, let's do it. I was like, okay. And it is the strangest thing, because you get like, you're in a little blue gown and you're naked underneath, and you're like, I've got to say goodbye. And it's like, do you just say goodbye and, no, it's going to be fine, but I'll just say, say goodbye and go on with it, or you just think, do you know what if? So it was a really strange goodbye, and it's like, you can't say goodbye enough, and you can't hug someone enough, because it's just odd. It's just really odd. Like, it was a really strange thing. You don't know when to let go. You don't know if you should go back for a couple more hugs. Like, it's just, you don't know whether to smile to make sure, like, because obviously everyone else is worrying so much. Like, do you just smile like, it's fine, I'm alright, and then go, or do you act how you feel? It's really strange. I was allowed one person to sort of walk me to near where they're going to put me under, and I asked my brother to come with me. My surgeon said he could come with me while I got put to sleep. I didn't want to go by myself. I didn't feel comfortable going by myself, so he went down with me, and we waited in this room for a bit, just having a chat. Some doctors said that he wasn't allowed, but my surgeon was like, nope, it's fine. I was like, yes. My brother sat with me, and we had a good old chat and a catch up, and that's when I had funeral plans, and I know that in a previous video I said I'd planned my funeral, but I hadn't told anyone, and I thought, well, now I need to tell someone, because I haven't written it down anywhere. So that's when I sat down with my brother, because I didn't want to tell my mum and my dad or my partner. I didn't really know how would they take that and how that would affect them, but I thought my brother can probably handle it. So I sat down and told him what I wanted, if the worst was to happen. Obviously he laughed it off, don't be silly, but I'm sure that was pretty hard. Yeah, so I told him that, and then it was our turn to go in. So I had to walk down from the room, by the way, to the other room where I had to wait to be put to sleep. I had to walk. It's really strange. You walk through the hospital, like, I'm just about to go and have major brain surgery, and I'm just having a little walk going in a lift, like, weird, like just wearing my pants and a gown. Strange. And then yeah, I got put in a bed. I had those really sexy stockings put on, and I was told I had to take off my underwear, which sucks. I didn't feel very comfortable doing that. Then I got taken into this room, and I just remember it being a tiny little box room. They said Mike probably wouldn't be able to go in because it was so small, but I was like, he's coming in. So he came in, and there was like, I remember there being like 4 nurses there. Again, it's, I don't know, I think maybe it will get so much that you kind of don't remember a lot of things, and they put a line into my hand, and they were just chatting to me and my brother. We've got a private joke, and we were just talking about it, and yeah, that was fun. And then they just asked me to start talking about Italy, and I was like, look, I'm not getting tired, like, I don't know what's going on. And then they were like, okay, we're going to put something in you now, it's going to make you feel sleepy. And I was like, okay, and they did it. I was like, oh yeah, I feel sleepy. Yeah, and then I remember still talking, and then gone. So weird. Just gone. Like flat, like, I don't remember the time I fell asleep, I don't remember the last thing I saw, I just remember talking about getting ready to go to Italy and having a private joke with my brother, and then done. Out. I'm going to do, after the operation, another video, in case this has gone on too long, which it might have. So yeah, so that was my lead up to. So any questions, anything like that, my name's Amy Jade. You can find me on Facebook, you can message me, YouTube, whatever. But I'm more than happy to help you or guide you as much best as I can, give you any advice that I can. Obviously, look, by the way, I'm still here, I'm fine, I've had it done. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.